Alright, here we are in a beautiful Pinole, California. Mid-morning, a little bit chilly this morning, looking at a really solid California style 57 Chevy 210 Post. Very nice, solid car. We're going to walk around and tell you about what we know like we usually do. Finished in a kind of a tri-stage pearl. It's got pearl in it. Base coat, clear coat. We've got photos of this car in bare metal prior to restoration. We've had it up on the lift. It's really a rock solid car. Very much a type of car that you could drive, runs cool as a cucumber. Underneath the hood here's a small block Chevy V8. It's got some nice little options. Parade cruiser, great, go to the car show on the weekend and not worry about anything. Pretty nice finish on it. Finished in about 07, like we just mentioned. I think I mentioned that. Sometimes I repeat myself. Anyway, I like to have fun doing this. You can kind of catch the pearl in it. Professional style paint job on it if you really look at it. Nice finish on this car. 210 Post with some Bel Air side trim in there, which kind of looks cool. Has centerline wheels on it with BF Goodrich tires on it. Fit of the panels are actually very nice on this car. When you shut the doors, and I'll do it on both sides, I'm gonna go ahead and do it here. Very solid car, just like click. All the glass looks nice. It has power windows, so it has automatic, turbo 400 automatic, power steering, air conditioning, power windows. We'll get over to the passenger side here and come all the way around. All the trim and bright work's been done. The Dagmars on the front, or the bullets on the bumpers, have been replaced with these hard chrome plated components, which are kind of cool. 3-piece bumper in the front. The grille and bright work is very nice. Hill still has all its factory bright work. Kind of get a look over here in the shade side. We did the full photo shoot in the shade so you could see how really straight this car is. Floor pans, rockers, all that stuff. Just nice, outside wise, above driver average quality. The paint and body on it's nice. The undercarriage is kind of a driver quality, but again, rock solid rockers, that kind of thing. Make sure you hang on to the end of the video. Tires are good, tread's good, but they are a little bit dated, so I always, kind of car like this is where you can, the interior is nice. We're going to get in a minute too, but it leaves room for you to personalize it yourself, like put a set of polished American torque thrust on it, or some early gray center torque thrust on it, American racing wheels. Get over here to the passenger side door. The doors on this car are just cool. They're just shut nice. You can tell it's a rock solid car. Body on style restoration. Nice Naugahyde style interior, which gives it a good period hot rod feel. Vertical pleats on it, or tuck and roll as some folks would call it. The dash is finished in a nice little two-tone tan and gray that matches the interior. Has a nice little full over the hump floor mat front and rear. He also has another set of floor mats for it. I mentioned it had power windows. We'll get over to the driver's side. Does have functional wipers, little audio system. Again, just nice and tidy, clean little car. Seat belts front and rear, so you can put your grandkids in here. These cars can be all over the board price wise, but this is a nice, I wouldn't even call it it's just a nice price level 50 Tri-5 that 57 that's got great look to it, and you can drive it. Centerline wheels. All the chrome plating's nice. We'll get you in the trunk. We'll actually share the trunk with you here in just a minute, like we always do. We'll dig down deep below the carpet and give you a good peek. Fit of the trunk's nice. Cars are just, 57s are just fun. I think there was a car in American Graffiti just like this, a 210 with the yellow. Looks wise. Fuel doors back here. Step back, let's take a look. Throughout the video here, we'll actually fire it up for you, let it run. We'll fire up underneath the engine compartment, let you hear it run. Small block Chevy, turbo 400 automatic, V8 rear differential. You can see the pearl here. So it's got a really good level of equipment that you can enjoy just as a car you could drive very frequently. Weekends, drive it to work every now and then. I know I'm rambling on this morning. It's been a long road trip. Nice Grant aluminum steering wheel, wood aluminum. Nice factory style trim. It's got a secret audio style stereo, but it's got a good audio system. You'll see the perforations in the kick panels here for the front speakers. Starts right up, no overheat issues. If anything, it runs a little bit too cool. You could warm that up with another thermostat. I like the odometer gauges that they've installed right and left here, so you really get a good look. Nice fuel gauge, working fuel gauge. Speedo's dialed in, the owner says. This car has a cool little history. Belonged to the previous owner about or over 30 years in Southern California. Now it's in Pinole here. We think the miles were set to 0 when the paint and interior was done, back in 07, 08 kind of thing. It's had a good little once over, ready to go. VIN's where it's supposed to be. Let you hear it run here. There you go. It's time we tell you to get in and hang on to the end of the video. Have a great day. All right, we'll get you underneath the hood here. Very nice old school dressed 57, the kind of car you can drive. Has a nice upgraded huge radiator in the front here with some block off panels, so it draws all the air through the AC condenser and the radiator. Absolutely no overheat issues on this car at all. The owner spent some time driving it and be a great kind of parade car. Underneath the hood here is a small block Chevy. We don't know a lot of history on the engine, but we did hear it start cold this morning. Runs great, great running car. 327, 350 V8, we'll just call it a small block. Short tube headers on it with nice dual exhaust and a crossover on the back. Some nice old school style billet engine dress, flamed chromed and flamed billet engine dress here. Vintage air conditioning style compressor. It runs ice cold. Air conditioning works just fine. Has an Edelbrock aluminum intake manifold EPS, which would be a Endurashine intake manifold with an Edelbrock carburetor. Nice little billet distributor on it. It has working windshield wipers. There's the wiper motor right there. Again, it has modernized engine wiring, American Idle wire, coolant recovery bottle here. Over here on the driver's side, it has 605 power steering. So nicely equipped 605 power steering, air conditioning. It has down here factory style front suspension. Just kind of give you a good feel. Power disc brakes on the front. All the airframe just nice and clean, tidy, ready to drive. No problem, excellent little car for that. We'll fire it up here for you in just a minute and let you hear it run. Again, I saw this start cold. Short tube headers, dual exhaust like I talked about. Walk to the back here and let you hear it idle. Nice Flowmaster style mufflers on it, got a nice sound. See it peek in the sun there. We'll actually do the full video in the sun, walk around. Took up the pearl in it. All right, we'll get you in the trunk here. Very nice and tidy. Like we talked about in the interior of the car and the walk around. It's just really a clean, solid car. Carpet's the same as it's in the interior. It's nicely trimmed and fitted to it. The battery's in the trunk here. There's a battery turn off there. The yellow goes all the way through, the pearl yellow here. Going to give you a feel here, and then the bottom side of the deck lid is also finished. Latches, that kind of thing. The fit of this deck lid is nice too. Sometimes owners don't like me getting down in here, but we're going to get down in here. Very, this is where you want to look in a Tri-5 whether they're solid or not. And this is very solid here. The, in other words, it's the original panel too. We go over here to the passenger side. The spare tire well has a little cover here that's filled in. You could use it for additional storage if you wanted. Also, you can put the spare back in if you like. Again, no rust down in here, and the reason they rust down in here is because they'll get water down in here and they'll just sit down in there, but it's very solid on this one. We'll put it back so I don't get in trouble with the owner. There you go. Short little clip here we want to show you. There are a couple minor wiper scratches here on the windshield. You could probably polish these out. I don't feel a little bit there. Original windshield in this car, which is actually very nice, but just a few little minor wiper scuffs. Alright, cold start. Sounds good. There's 40 some degrees this morning. Alright, we got it up on the lift. Like always, we try to get this done before we do the walk around and the photo shoot on it so we know what kind of car we got. What we have here is a very solid Southern California style car. I'm going to go underneath here, but all the sheet metal on this is nice up into the quarters, that kind of thing. Much like a driver quality undercarriage. It's not a body off restored car, but it's an excellent driver. Bottom side here, factory V8 rear differential, factory VC V8 car. Factory rear drum brakes, has air shocks in the back here. Nice dual exhaust that comes all the way to the back. We'll get up there and talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Has Flowmaster mufflers on it, so it's got a nice little sound. You're gonna, I've already heard that by the time you get to the undercarriage video here. Looked at the rockers, really good. All these floor sub braces. We'll get up here. I'll probably get them from the outside, but the sub braces on this are absolutely awesome. And the inner rockers, the drains are on the outside. I'll show you on the outer rockers. Crossover exhaust. It's like a 2 1/4 exhaust. Has a turbo 400 automatic. Bottom side of the V8 here. Nice little chrome oil pan. But again, just a good solid. We have registrations dating back. The prior owner owned this over 30 years. Probably repeating myself like I do, because I'm doing this before. It's a 605 power steering car, so it has factory power steering. We'll get up front here and kind of give you a feel. Some light, pretty dark here in the garage. Factory stamped upper and lower control arms, gas shocks, and it's got disc brake upgrade in the front. Go on back here, give you a reverse view of it. Turbo 400, crossover exhaust. Show you the rockers there. All the floor braces are really nice, floor to body braces. Outer rockers, we'll go out here. Looking at these rockers, we've actually got photos of this car at Spud's Garage. It shows it in bare metal before the respray. You'll see all the factory pinch welds all the way along here. You see the drain holes here. It's the same on both sides. Centerline wheels on it. Go over to the other side here. Same thing. Factory drains in the rockers. Factory pinch welds. Factory spring pockets. Trans cooler on the outside here. There you go. Alright, he's going to take it back to his garage. Could be going to your garage. I want to make sure you go to Spud's Garage. Thanks for listening to me today.